there was a driving force to making this happen. These things, you called attention to this. Why did you feel like this incident was worthy of the Medal of Valor?
Because it was an extraordinary act displaying a lot of selflessness, bravery, and was just willing to risk his own life in order to bring an episode to an end.
Thomas Edward Arnold Sr., known by his friends and family as Tom, was born on July 19, 1936 in St. Paul, Minnesota. He was the fourth of 11 sons and daughters and attended schools in Falfurrias, Longview, and Hallsville, Texas. Determined to go into law enforcement, he joined the Texas Department of Public Safety in 1957 and served as a highway patrolman, safety education officer, and intelligence officer. His law enforcement career at DPS spanned 26 years, concluding in 1983 when he retired as a Texas Ranger. Becoming a Ranger is an accomplishment in its own right. But Ranger Arnold's career had a moment in which his selflessness, skill, and bravery all came to bear for his resolution of the Houston family kidnapping. It all started on a routine traffic stop. Sergeant Bill Harville with the Euless Police Department had barely escaped death during an exchange of gunfire on the night of October 13, 1971. The suspect abandoned his vehicle and fled on foot into the night, armed with a sawed-off shotgun. Although fatigued and sleep-deprived due to other assignments leading up to this incident, 35-year-old Ranger Arnold, a veteran Texas lawman, realized the potential for tragedy if the suspect was not quickly apprehended. The fugitive and attempted cop killer, Huron Ted Walters, was an armed and dangerous career criminal with numerous felony convictions and multiple penitentiary residences listed on his rap sheet. He was known as always being armed and would not hesitate to kill at the slightest provocation. The next day, Walters took the Houston family hostage at their residence in the nearby suburb of Bedford. Though unbeknownst to him, 15-year-old Pamela managed to slip away, notifying neighbors and the police as to what was then underway inside of her home. Without undue delay, police officers arrived at the Houston residence, only to encounter Walters, who by this time was ordering them to put their weapons down or he would kill his hostages. Walters ordered Mary to take the wheel of the family car, Hoyt to occupy the front passenger seat, with their 5-year-old daughter Jana between them. Walters scooted into the back seat, the barrel of the shotgun placed against Mr. Houston's head. The Houston family was terrified. Huron Ted Walters was desperate. Officers at that point were forced to allow the Houston's 1969 Mercury Marquis to depart, as a rolling hostage situation was now underway. Officers began pursuing the Houston vehicle. Texas Ranger Tom Arnold raced to intercept the Houston vehicle and ultimately maneuvered himself into a position behind the Houstons as the pursuit continued. The Mercury was blockaded just short of a bridge in the community of South Lake. Tactically positioned directly behind the Houston's vehicle, Ranger Arnold placed himself in danger, but could visually assess the state of affairs as well as communicate with Walters via his cruiser's public address system. This was one of those on-the-ground times when difficult decision-making rested with the Ranger on site, a legacy and reality Tom Arnold understood. Huron Ted Walters knew surrendering guaranteed him a lifetime prison sentence. He became more and more agitated while the Houstons prepared for the worst. Tom Arnold knew negotiations had deteriorated. Amongst his peers, Ranger Tom Arnold was known as an exceptional marksman, especially with his scope-sighted .30-06 rifle in the trunk of his car. Not losing eyesight or attention on what was transpiring in the Houston's car, Tom secured his .30-06 rifle. Should tension continue to escalate, Tom Arnold was ready. During the blistering tirade, Huron Ted Walters momentarily redirected the shotgun's muzzle away from Hoyt Houston's head. During that split second, the determined Texas Ranger rifle round flew true. Due to the shattered back windshield, Tom Arnold could not be sure of his shot. Disregarding personal safety, he raced to the Mercury, drawing his sidearm. Upon reaching the vehicle, he placed himself between Walters and the distraught Houston family. Walters was injured and bleeding, but still had the shotgun in hand. Ranger Arnold instinctively and with steadfast resolve put 3 .45 rounds into the outlaw, effectively ending the Houston family's nightmare. The Houstons well knew and later publicly commented to newspaper reporters at Texas Ranger Tom Arnold's determination had saved their lives. And for that, they were and would be eternally grateful. Company B Captain G.W. Burks also recognized the exemplary conduct of Tom Arnold in his official report to Texas Ranger headquarters in Austin. Having been on duty without sleep for over 24 hours and engaged in activities that sapped the strength of strong men, he was called on to perform a duty repugnant to all officers, that of taking a human life, in circumstances where the slightest hesitation, lack of decisiveness, or mistake would result in the death of innocent citizens and police officers. Tom Arnold reacted to this situation in the highest tradition of the Texas Ranger Service. Underscoring Ranger Arnold's actions, he single-handedly conducted a flawless sniper-initiated assault, an advanced tactic used by modern-day SWAT teams to best address certain hostage situations. It is for that reason the Texas Department of Public Safety will recognize Ranger Arnold's actions by awarding him with the Commissioners Medal of Valor on October 26, 2023. The Commissioners Medal of Valor is the highest honor bestowed by the Texas Department of Public Safety. It is awarded to officers who have displayed conspicuous gallantry, courage, and heroism at considerable risk to their own lives. The Medal of Valor has been awarded to 4 Texas Rangers: Sergeant William R. Gerth, Sergeant Stanley Keith Guffey, Sergeant John Aycock, Sergeant Danny V. Rhea, and now Ranger Tom Arnold will be added to the roll for his heroism.